Hello, I'm Jadorle Sports 26, and welcome to my beginner speedrun of Resident Evil 2. Uh, I am pretty new to speedrunning this game, and pretty much speedrunning in general. I'm very familiar with it. I've been watching speedruns for quite a few years now, ever since I watched a speedrun of, I think it was Mr. Bean and maybe Sword of Seals doing Crash 2 speedruns on YouTube, and ever since then, I started loving. I've grew to love watching speedruns, AGDQ, SGDQ, and never really had time or the patience to start speedrunning. So I've kind of picked up this game all of a sudden. I mean, it's one of my favorite games of all time. It's a really fun game to play, and I'm using beginner strats. But anyway, as you could see, I was using pretty safe strats right there, walking through the zombie or running through the zombies. I'm pretty sure the top tier speedrunners have a better more decisive or more optimal line through the zombies, but I just use the safe route, and I just go around the zombies just to avoid getting bit and getting to the gun shop. Obviously, this is self-explanatory. I'm using. I am running on the PS3 American version. I have the PSN version. I used to have a disc, but I have not had those discs for a few years now, so I just have the PSN version, um, which is, I think, the slowest, if I can remember correctly, and I have the American version, which is even more slow, because of the language. And right here, I intentionally get bit by that zombie. Right here, I just shoot this zombie down, and right there, I've never really seen him do that before. That's he doesn't do that very often. Usually I have to shoot him down, but he went for my leg, and luckily he did not get it. Because right here, I'm only trying to get bit once, and that bite was intentional back there. And I cannot quite remember if I get how many times I get bit, but I'm pretty sure I get bit again. In this beginning part of the game, I was pretty tilted in my last run. Yeah, right here. That was a terrible movement by me. I was pretty tilted in my last run because it was pretty good for my standards anyway. It wasn't world record or anything, but so I was pretty frustrated in this run. As you can see, this is my um, first recorded run, full run, and I got a PB that's not recorded. I have a picture of it, but obviously that's wouldn't be valid on speedrun.com. And of 129 or sub 130, so 129 like 26 or something. But this was the first full run I got with my capture card. Um, as you can see, I take a pretty safe route through the zombies, and through that sequence, I only got bit twice, and the one time was intentional. So I can take that and start a run. So now we're just gonna go to the police station. Pretty self-explanatory. Um, I have to definitely my movement's getting better. It's hard with my controller. My controller is a little messed up. It works pretty good for the most part. It's a third-party controller, but I'm pretty sure either spilled something on it or I can't remember. But the up button's not working 100%. I have to like if I want to go straight, completely straight, I have to do this up leftish movement on it, and it's very weird. But I wish I did not have that problem, but I hate complaining about something that
We lost contact with him
really is
over
all my
10
fault.
days ago.
Um,
Chris,
I'm
Jill
trying
Barry.
to. It sounds like
Every
I'm
last
just making
STARS team member
excuses.
has
Right
disappeared.
here is a
We
cutscene
should have listened to them.
on the PS3 version, or I mean PSN PlayStation version.
About
Um,
2 months ago,
you cannot
there was this
skip cutscenes or
incident
doors. I know on the
involving
GameCube
these
version you can skip all
zombie-like
the cutscenes,
creatures
and on the
in a
PC version you
mansion
can skip
located in
doors.
the outskirts of
You can
this
skip the
city.
CGI cutscenes, but that's about it in this version.
Chris
So
and
it's
the
kind of
other
slow,
STARS
but it gives
members
you time to get
discovered that
to take
Umbrella
a break,
was
take a drink,
behind
whatever you want to
everything.
do. So
At
that's
the
really
risk of
what I'm
their own
doing. It's probably good
lives,
for me as a
but
beginner
no one
because I'm not
believed
really
them.
used to, doing all this,
Are you okay?
and especially in an hour and a half run,
Don't worry
um,
about me.
which
Just
isn't a very
rescue the
long speed run,
survivors in the
but
other room.
it's,
Here,
I'm new to it, so
take this key
I know
card.
in the PC
You should be
version,
able to unlock the
the
doors in
world
the hall
record
with
is
this.
under
Now
45
go.
minutes, and I know
But
in the GameCube version, I've
Just
seen the
go.
speedruns of them. They're a little bit over an hour.
okay.
Uh,
Just hang in
this
there. I'll
one,
be back
the world
soon.
record in game time is about 119 something. And I don't know the real time, but the real time is definitely longer because I'm pretty sure they probably don't count the loads or something. I'm not really quite sure. There's not a lot of. I should probably watch more of the runners who do this version of the game. Because I usually watch Bakba Soup or Carcinogen, SDA or Wuskcake or some of the top tier speedrunners, but they don't play it on this version at all. They play it on either PC. I know Bakba Soup likes to play it on the GameCube, and that's who I've been watching. Kind of got inspiration to start running this game on my own, but I don't have those versions of the game, so I'm just, using my poor man's version and just doing it for fun. And right here, you're gonna see one of the cutscene skips that I'm able to do, and I'm just mashing. I think you can watch the cutscenes and it won't count against the in-game time, where it's either they count it or they don't. Either way, I think it doesn't matter, but just because you don't want to watch the cutscene every single time, so you're just trying to get it as you're just trying to get in that mindset of trying to go fast as possible. Right here, I don't think I get bit. I've come up with a kind of an optimal safe strategy. I can't remember what the real optimal strategy is. And then right here is obviously this sort of puzzle. And this one I do alright. This one's the easier one anyway. And um, obviously in this speed run, you do this one first, and then when you come back, you get the other statue. And that's what I do here. And um, just working on that movement. Um, I know in Leon A, because I've also been running Leon A, um, there's zombies right here, and obviously I overrun that and get the sign instead, unfortunately, and get the grenade launcher, and you get the unicorn medal here, and I obviously got that hitbox too, which is pretty bad. Um, get the unicorn medal, and then the facts from the gun store, I think, if I can remember correctly, is gonna come through and takes takes a little while before I can get out the door. And obviously, when you come back here, you're gonna do the other statue, and this is where another tilted mistake. Um, I think over push it, so I'm not able to push it to the right like I want it to, and so I have to go back and do it again. And unfortunately, that costs a few seconds. And I just want to reset, but I've been doing runs all day, and I just want to complete one run, to put on video. And yeah, like right here. Luckily, I don't have the audio of me actually during the run because I'm just pretty tilted. I'm cursing, all that fun stuff. And then you just leave, get the gem when you come back up again. Now, what I like about Claire A over Leon A is I guess it's faster to get into the run because in Leon A you have to get the gem in the room we're about to pass, and I feel like, and the cutscenes are slightly longer. I think I can't remember. So it's just get a run going in Claire A. I feel like it's easier because there's a few things in Leon A that just, and I got it a few times a few days ago, but for some reason I just can't get that. And I tried to do a setup for it, and I still couldn't get past the zombie arms. I pick up the herb just because my runs were, I know I'm tilted, and I just thought I was gonna get hit a lot. Um, I have quite a few save strategies that obviously are not optimal, as you're gonna see, and my movement doesn't help either. So right here, I'm gonna use the unicorn medal, skip another short CGI cutscene, and get the first key. And that is gonna unlock. I know it unlocks the door before the library, and it also unlocks the room for the crank, and that's what we're gonna do here. And I think I get the liquor to do what I want him to do this time. Is it both times? Yeah. I think I get him to do it the next time too. I'm not sure if that's the optimal strategy, but I don't want to get hit because I really don't want to use health items and search them out. Although this run I'm playing it incredibly safe because my last run I died because I was looking for a health item, and it was a really I died to one of the plants in the lab at the end because I was trying to get the herbs next to him. And the run before that went to the final boss with Burton, and I died because I miscalculated, and I know why you use the regular grenade rounds instead of the flame rounds in that fight. So now I know to use the grenade rounds first, and then if you run out, you obviously go to the flame. So I miscalculated at the end because obviously your decisions or my decisions with the health and if I get unlucky or I misplay, it will affect the whole game because there's some health items right in front of you for the most part. You just have to make sure to optimally route it out, and if you get hurt, you need to get hurt at the right times. Right here, I think I get bit by the zombie. I don't know why, because the runs I've been doing for the last few days, he's really easy to dodge, but I just couldn't get past him that time. And this is where you use that key. Here's yet another cutscene. And this is why I kind of want to get a GameCube version because I'm tired of these cutscenes when I'm trying to get a run going.
Yeah.
I do have a Wii, so I mean I could go on eBay, get a GameCube version, but then I would have to go up against one of the top runners, Balka Suit.
It's too dangerous for her to stay
But,
here alone.
you know,
Leon, I'll go look for her.
right now I
You
just
go
want to
and find us
focus
way out of
on
here.
Of course, but before I forget,
just focus on doing good. I really am doing this for fun right now. I kind of want to. I was doing Pokemon Fire Reds when I first got into speedrunning. Might want to do that again. I'm a really big fan of Pokemon, but here's another safe strat. I just pick up the flame rounds. They're right there. It wastes a few seconds, but especially in the early game, that's when I feel like you need these grenade rounds the most, because you kind of find a lot once you go through the game and skip a lot of the enemies. You're not going to use a lot of the grenade rounds. But in the early game, there's some zombies in the way that you have to dodge multiple times, and sometimes it's just better, for me anyway, to just take them out. I'm trying to learn how to dodge. Not as it's just gonna take a lot of practice, as a lot of things in life do. So I'll learn eventually, but right now, um, I feel like I've only been speedrunning this game for a few days. I've been making some progress. I mean, I feel like I haven't done the worst. Right here, I can't remember. I think that zombie's there in the Japanese version, but this guy coming up, he is not in the Japanese version. This kind of sucks for having this version of the game. So I just used the flame rounds that I picked up before the library, and I take out this zombie too, because even though I would really like to dodge that zombie, because optimally I only want to kill that other one, but that one you really don't, because when you come back through, he's going to be standing over in the corner, and you won't even have to dodge him. Here's just poor item management. I wasn't really think of what to do right there. And there I have to use another, go in the box again because I didn't combine the grenade rounds. I'm gonna use the grenade rounds later, for the horde, uh, on the, east wing of the police station. Because the grenade rounds, they, have a spread. So, and there's like 6 zombies down there, so I kind of want to take a bunch of them out so I can get by them. Here's pretty self-explanatory. Not bad movement right there. Obviously could do better. Here's, not the worst. I kind of probably have to turn right quicker, quicker and more optimally to get to the stairs. Here, I'm just going around trying to do safety dodges. Last last few days, where my latest runs haven't really been that bad with those zombies. Early on, it was pretty bad. This room, for some reason, I keep thinking the door's in a different place, so I keep wanting to go like left or something, because I feel like the door's in a different place. But lately, I've been getting that door a lot better than I was. So right here, just another long load because of this emulator, emulation of the game, and luckily that zombie gets away from the door, or from the stairs, because sometimes that zombie is just sitting there for quite a few seconds, and I'm just waiting for that zombie to get her ass out of the way. And then right here with the valve. And it sucks because I have more poor item management, because I'm trying to have health items, because I get hit a lot. I've come up with safety strategies for that. Obviously, in this part of the game, you're starting to get more, grenade ammunition. So I've come up with, some strategies to overcome that. Right there, bonk into the boxes. I don't know why I did that. I just like it looks like I just went for the save room door, and then you listen to the mayor's daughter get killed by the chief, and I go over to where the key is. I put the red jewel in there, and then so I can have an extra item. I can't remember if other speedrunners do that, but I mean I do that just so I can have an extra item. And this is another example of poor item management because I'm gonna need the valve when I get to the sewer, but I just put it away and I don't pick up the lighter, and that was pretty bad. Because you wouldn't pick it up on the way out of the room. And I think that was another thing that I was just tilted. So I didn't have my mind straight, and I wanted to get better at this game, and I just need to get focused. At least I'm a pretty calm person, but I just have to use it to my advantage. And right here, to save ammunition, I sacrifice my health. And this is one of the parts where I have to go into the speedrun knowing what I'm going to do, because I'm trying to pick up health items, but I'm also picking up ammunition because I'm coming up with new strategies so I don't have to pick up the health items. So right here, it's on the way, and I'm going to pick up the first aid spray in this desk here. And then this is the fifth and final time we meet with this liquor. Right here, and he does the same thing, so I'm pretty happy. So I don't have to deal with him. Did not get hit once, and it's pretty easy to dodge him, but I use that from the way coming in from that side. And right here, we're gonna get the gem that we get. This is the first item you get when you run Leon A, or even just play the game for that matter, because you go to the east wing of the PlayStation. I really don't think there's anything you can get. You need a key from this side anyway. I mean, you can get the map if you're really new, and if it's like a blind playthrough or something. But yeah, so you have to go to the West Wing first. And right here, these are pretty easy dodges. I just wait for this one and just go. This one is one of the hardest rooms in the game, even for the top speedrunners. So I try to get around, not work, but luckily they fell down, which is obviously not even that bad. So I have the first aid spray, and this is what I'm going to do here. I don't know how. I need to look up how to do this dodge, because I know the top speedrunners, there's a dodge for this one. I just do not know how. I don't have a clue how to do it, because he comes right in. He's pretty fast, so I just go into him full speed and use the first aid spray and do all that fun stuff. So now we're gonna go blow up the chief's office. Go upstairs. And I think that's the final time we're gonna be on the stairs with the zombies, because the next time we're on the or not the stairs, the balcony. Next time we're gonna be on that balcony, there's gonna be lickers, unfortunately, but the lickers are pretty easy to dodge on there. So we go here so we can get rid of the gem we got from the fireplace, and we're gonna get the half of the blue I can't remember what is it. This the half of the blue stone. I always do it right there because I'm trying to skip that CGI cutscene. Blue stone. I couldn't remember what it was called. And yeah, they just call it stones, not tablets or anything. But and then we're gonna. I'm complete idiot right here. I'm trying to use the detonator and forgot to combine both of them. Which I'm not even sure why you're combining, but whatever. It makes no sense, but. So we're gonna go to the chief's office and meet this insane guy. He looks even more evil in the remakes, which the remakes look very fun to me. I really can't wait for them to come out, or
sorry.
the game to come out on
those.
January 25th. But
Are you
he
Chief
is
Irons?
Yes. That's
got
me.
bribes from William
Just who
Birkin.
are you?
If you read the
No,
files in the game,
Don't bother telling me.
he
It
was
makes no difference. You'll end up just
conspiring
like all the
with
others.
Umbrella. He was getting payments, and that's how he has all the expensive stuff
That's
in his
the mayor's
office.
daughter. I was told to look after her, but I failed miserably. Just look at her. She was a true beauty.
So it's another break right here.
Short of perfection. But it will soon putrefy, and she will turn into a zombie within the hour, like all the others.
There must be some way to stop it.
In a manner of speaking, there is. Either by putting a bullet through her brain,
And I know,
or by decapitating her
I'm not sure why. Probably should ask or look up a speedrunning guide to this game. But I think if I can remember correctly,
but no longer.
in the world record
Please.
for I think
Would you like to
PC
be
or any
alone
of them
now?
really. I was watching and they get the stone tablet at the end when you're getting the other half of the blue stone up in the clock tower room, and I'm not sure why, so I just grab it when I go in the library first. The first stone tablet you get, or that I got in this run, just so I can get rid of it here, just so I can have that extra inventory space. But I'm not sure. I should check out a guide. Or, anybody have tips for me? Want to help me speedrun this game? You're more than welcome to.
Wait. Let me go. Easy, easy there. I'm not a zombie. You're safe now.
Right here we meet Sherry. We saw her in the police or in the stars room hallway. We saw her running away from the police zombie,
Leon, come
and
in. I found the girl, and I've cleared the wreckage.
right here we're
that was
gonna
blocking the
contact
corridor.
Leon.
Got it.
Well, we don't listen to Leon.
My name's Claire. What's yours? Sherry,
And
do you know where your parents are?
but we
They
tell him
both
anyway
work
that
at
we
the Umbrella
found
chemical plant,
the girl
near the
and
city
Sherry.
limits. The chemical plant?
So we
Then
meet Sherry for the
what are you
first time.
doing here?
She is
My
also
mom called
one of the
and told me to
campaigns
leave
in
the
Resident Evil
police station
6.
because it was too dangerous
Very
to stay
fun
at
game.
home.
I would
From the
definitely
look of
recommend
things,
it.
I'd say she was probably right.
Sherry, that's
But it's
how
dangerous here as well.
so the Claire
Gotta go
A,
with me.
Leon B,
But there's something
scenarios
out
are the
there.
canon ones,
I
even
don't know
though
what it is,
Leon
but I
is
saw
on
it.
the first disc
Looks larger than
of
any
the
of
original
those zombies.
PlayStation version
And it's coming after
that came
me.
out. Leon is actually on disc
What
1
was
and
that?
Claire is on
That's what
disc
I was
2.
telling you
But
about. It's
the
here.
canon one
Sherry,
is
wait.
if you play Claire first. Claire A, because Sherry gets infected, and I'm pretty sure if I can remember correctly, that's why um Sherry has like because I've only played the French version of Resident Evil 6. So and I'm trying to learn French. I'm not French. I'm actually American. Uh I'm trying to learn French. So I mean, why not learn French through video games? So I've been playing the French version, and Jay keeps calling her the Supergirl, and I'm pretty sure Sherry has her regeneration powers from getting infected from her father in this game. Even though we do give her the vaccine, I guess that's to stop her from being, becoming what her father was. Um, but I'm pretty sure she still has some of it left in her body. And that's why she has all those superhuman powers in Resident Evil 6. So right there, as you saw when I was explaining some um my version of Resident Evil lore, I put the stone tablet I got from the library in there, and I picked up the key so we can go downstairs, and we're gonna pick up another herb since our first one that I thought I was gonna have to use is in the chest right now. So we're gonna go downstairs, and we're gonna take the back way. It, I'm following point on how to do this. The only way I'm changing the route is just to make it safer. Like I'm using every safe strat possible. Picking up more ammunition, and I'm also picking up more health items because you do not do that in a world record speed run. When you're trying to get world record, you're trying to waste. You're trying to cut seconds off to get world record, and I'm not doing that right here. And dodge the dog right here. You don't care about extra health or ammunition because you're not gonna need it. You're gonna dodge it, and you're not gonna kill. You're gonna dodge it, and you're not gonna kill it. Kill the enemies. So we're gonna go down. We're gonna see Sherry again. Even though we just saw her upstairs, but she came down here all of a sudden. Um, because her father's calling her. Um, and which she's making terrible decisions because um her father's a huge monster now. So well,
Sherry,
the one thing I don't get
well, I
about this
never
game
left
is
you. I was
I
so
was looking
worried.
on the Resident Evil fan wiki, and
We got to
apparently
go now,
Sherry's
honey,
supposed to be
okay?
12 years old in
If we
this
stay
game
here, that monster will find us.
because
Let's go.
Resident Evil 6 takes place in 2012,
No,
and
I won't.
it was saying that she was
What's
and I
the
was like,
matter?
oh, isn't she supposed to be 8 or
Don't you
something?
trust me?
And it didn't make sense. And then I looked up her age, and
It's not
she's
that,
supposed to be 12 in
Claire.
this game.
It's because of my
And
daddy.
I
He's over
don't think
there.
the
I heard him call
developers
my
made it.
name.
I do not think they made a good representation of a
Daddy
12-year-old
must have been
girl.
attacked by
She
the
definitely
monsters.
looks like a younger
I
girl
have
in
to
this
help
game.
him.
I really did not get that. But whatever. I
Wait,
mean, you
Sherry.
can't
Don't
make,
go alone.
you know.
Sherry! Sherry!
I'm a huge James Bond fan too, and there's some things like the James Bond, even though I love the movies, there's like some details, and I'm like, you obviously just got that completely wrong. And I feel like I can kind of relate it to this too, like Sherry being a 12-year-old girl, but she definitely looks like an 8-year-old girl or younger. And at the end, I feel, especially the first 3 games, self-destructing. And I'm like, that's not. It's like the end of a James Bond movie where everything has to self-destruct. So I feel like I don't know. can make connections between the two, and having that like climactic ending, kind of like a James Bond movie. But even though this is supposed to be a horror game, here I don't do the strat. I need to learn the strat where you don't push it in all the way, and I'm not quite sure. Um, I know it's you don't push it in all the way, and it might be there, not the just right before that last frame. I don't know if that's the frame you're supposed to stop pushing, because I know you don't need all of them pushed in for the puzzle to work. So once you push a switch on the water system, they'll all line up. So right here we push a switch, and we go over to get the key. Um, my first runs of this game, or this scenario was doing, I was going to get the acid rounds from the room, and I was just realizing that was way too dangerous. So I don't get them, but I get other the acid rounds that you're not really supposed to get. The reason you can get a run going easier in Claire A, I feel like, is the stupid spiders in the Leon A scenario. When you go to his part of the basement, him and Ada's part of the basement, you have to go through poisonous spiders, and when you come back from doing Ada's part of this Ada's thing when she's in this area, you have to come back, and the spider's always standing in that stupid area. And if you get
Sherry, are you
unlucky,
okay?
which I have the
Did you
worst luck
find
in
your
the world,
dad?
you just
Yes,
get
I'm
poisoned
okay. I couldn't
99.9%
find
of the
him.
time. The spider's
I
just
should
standing there,
find
and
something else for
you have
you.
to go back and get the
Here.
blue herb, or yeah, it's really dumb. There is a blue herb
Thanks,
in
sweetie.
um
Now,
the
why don't you come
cell where
over
you
here? I
meet
want you to stay
Ben, the
with me.
reporter. Um, and that's a safe strat in that game. Just pick up the lure,
Claire,
because
I can't reach the ventilation
you're
hole
right
anymore.
there, and
But don't worry, I'll find another
you
way.
just you just
I
pick
can
it
take
up
care of
and
myself.
just assume that you're gonna get poisoned, because it's bullshit.
Wait, Sherry, come
You
back.
only have to come
Sherry!
back. It's
Sherry!
only when you're coming back. It's never when you're going there, and you only come back once. And here, yeah, you get that key. Now here's a strat I completely fucked up. Um, sorry for the language. So I get the key, and I dodged those. The dogs right here are pissing me off, because they are blocking the door, and I get a beating from these dogs, and I have to avoid the lickers, and I do this strat okay. I've been doing this. I've just been using the key on this door, so when I use the key in the doors on the upper floors, then the I can discard the key, um, because I use it on this door too. Because this is the room you only go in Leon A, because the Magnum is in this room in Leon A. So, but there's no reason to go in this room in Claire A. There's nothing but the acid rounds, and I pick up acid rounds because there it's just extra ammunition. Um, and I combine them because I'm gonna get even more acid rounds. As you can see, um, this wastes a lot of time, honestly, um, because this is completely out of the route. That was a very big safe strat, which I can definitely cut out time once I learn. And I don't have any room in my inventory, so I can't even pick up the green herb to heal myself, which is actually it's in your way, so you might as well pick it up and heal yourself if you're gonna use safe strats. And right here, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm trying to get in that room because I'm using another safe strat. I blow him with the acid round, and 2, 2, 3, 6, and look, I don't have any space because I forgot to um take it or recombine it. So I do that right now so I can get the acid rounds again. Right now I'm gonna have 11. You don't even need them, really. If you can dodge the zombies, you don't need them. Um, that's a big, like, that's a big time waste. These zombies just fall over, and I have to use a health item. Um, so I think I could, I usually combine it with the regular grenade rounds right here, because I'm trying to take a lot of them out. And of course I get bit. And I get bit again. And I can pick up a health, or I could have right there, I guess. There's a green herb right there, but I just run anyway because I'm at full health, really. I took 2 zombie bites. It takes 4 zombie bites for me to get into caution. And I recombine the acid because I feel like that's a really hard zombie to dodge. And, you really, if I can take out one of them, I can dodge the other. The other one's not too hard to dodge. And of course I press no, so that key's not going to be out of my inventory. Because I was trying to get, or I was trying, in my head, I was going to go, get rid of that key, and then once I go, get the cogwheel from the other room, I was going to come back and pick up the red herb on the way out. But I can't do that now because I'm an idiot and I press no, so now I have the extra key that does nothing in my inventory, and I can't do a damn thing about it until I put my other useless stuff away. So now we're gonna get rid of that key, and we need to do it that time, because if I did it twice in a row, then I just have to restart, because I would have to go all the way back to put it away, and because I have no room in my inventory to pick up the cogwheel. Because I'm using nothing but safe strats. And lately, I just wanted to finish a run at this point, so that's why I killed the licker. Because usually I do it with the licker in the room, but he was right there. I just killed him. It takes a few seconds to kill him. So now we're on our way to the clock tower room, and that's all the way on the top floor of the police station. And no zombies in the way right here. And go back to the boardroom, which is much easier to dodge. That was honestly kind of a better one for me. Well, it was, but I couldn't dodge that one, so I killed that zombie right there. I know I can cut minutes off of this run. I'm just practicing right now. That's why I titled this a beginner speedrun in the on the title. This licker is honestly very easy to dodge. I don't even mind it. The hardest lickers to dodge are in the basement when you come back from Sherry, and in the lab at the end of the game. Those lickers are a pain in the ass. But I'm getting a lot better at the lickers at the end. Although they kind of ruined the run I was tilted about in this when I was playing this run. So now the zombies come into the police station, but I don't care because I don't have anything left to do in those rooms anyway. I'm ready to get out with Sherry. We're gonna go back to the chief's office once I get past this licker, which I just kill him too because I really didn't feel like dealing with him. You usually get hit going to this room, but coming back is really easy to dodge him. Right here, yeah, this was the run I used the cogwheel in this. It's really convenient in Leon A because you just do you just put the cogwheel in, and you get the last plug, and you just go down the chute. But since we're Claire, we have to we can't do that. That's only a Leon thing. So we have to go back to the chief's office and take the elevator down to the sewers instead of just taking the chute down to the basement. And I had trouble getting out of the room because I'm an idiot. So now liquor's gone. You don't have to deal with anything. And I know I can do better because, I mean, I told you, I think earlier in the video, I had gotten 129. It was like 21 or 26 or something. But this run, I just got a capture card, and I wanted to complete a run that I could record. So that's why I decided to I was like, fuck it, I'm just finishing this one. I'll try better later, because I just want to get this run done. And right here, we're going to get the valve back, because we're going to need the valve for the sewers, to raise up the platforms. And we're also going to get the flame rounds too, because we're going to need the flame rounds for the Birkin fight, or is it the Birkin? Yeah. We're going to need it for the Birkin fight. We're going to use the acid rounds on this fight. You only need 5 acid rounds to kill him, to kill the embryo. That came out of Chief Irons. And Sherry, who's going all over the police station, is back where we found her.
Claire!
Or close to where we found her. I don't know what the hell she's
You're
doing,
okay?
but
I'm glad to see you're safe, Claire.
My thing is, I don't know how we don't run into Leon and Sherry and everybody else. I mean, there's like, technically, I guess 4 people. Like Ada, Leon, Sherry, Claire, the chief.
I'm going down there. Stay
Ben
here and wait for me, okay?
is just locked down in the jail cell because he's trying to avoid Birkin. My dream is to be a journalist. Hopefully, that never happens to me. Like, just being in this apocalyptic situation. You're just trying to get a story, and you have to lock yourself in a jail cell to get out. To get away from this monster created by the G virus. The man who created the G virus turning into a monster and trying to kill people. And this is where Chief Irons dies. A well-deserved death because he's an asshole. He pretty much ruined the city too. He was conspiring with Umbrella, and he dies right here. So now we go meet this son of a bitch, and he is pretty insane. As a corrupt politician would be. He is just about the same kind of scum as you would expect.
Shut up! You couldn't possibly understand what's happened. Those monsters from Umbrella have destroyed my beautiful town. How could they do that to me after everything I've done for them?
So it's true. You have been working with Umbrella. Then you must know about the G-Virus. What is it? Tell me!
If you must know, it's the agent that can turn humans into the ultimate bioweapons. Superior to the T-Virus in every way. Dr. William Birkin is the genius behind the project.
William Birkin?
I'm sure you've already seen his little girl running around here somewhere. Sherry, isn't it? case you haven't already figured it out, the monster that's been tearing my precinct apart is yet another product of the G-Virus. An ultimate bioweapon. Umbrella must be trying to cover its tracks. But if I have to go, I'm going to take you with me. My chest can't take the pain.
There's the embryo that Birkin put it in, but he rejected it because he's not like not genetically compatible or whatever. So he dies, and I don't know if this is the same embryo. I guess it is. I'm not familiar with fictional medical fiction. Now this fight's really easy. He only takes 5 rounds. The biggest mistakes I've made on this fight are if you just like, sometimes I just aim and shoot, or put up my gun and shoot. Sometimes it's not aimed correctly. It's aimed to the side for some reason. I don't know how that happened, but that's happened before. Sometimes there's little things, parasite thingies, they jump up and block your shot. So you waste a grenade firing at that. But for the most part, that fight's really easy. I don't have to worry about anything. Right here is a pretty easy and simple part of the run. Just because nothing can really kill you at this point. At this point in the game, or in the run, nothing can kill you. So, that's where I really have to route it out, because you know there's a whole part of the game just there's nothing that can really give damage to you, and so what's the point of picking up ammunition and health items when you really don't need them?
But I think I found a way out of here. We should be able to find someplace safe.
Especially there's 2 green herbs in the sewers right before the croc fight.
I promise.
Right here, Claire's just thinking to herself, like, this is the daughter of like this insane guy who made this virus. It's killing everything. So now they're gonna say fuck you to Leon and head to the sewers. It's really funny in this cutscene how I know they're so I don't know if hanging up's the correct term for just like shutting off the radio, just because Claire's on the radio and she just clicks off when Leon's like, wait, don't go, it's dangerous, and she's like, click, and just leaves. So now they're gonna and Sherry just pisses me off because yeah, like, that's one thing learning this run, because I was running Leon A, and I'm getting good at Leon A too. I just needed to record a run to submit to speedrun.com. But just like having Sherry is such a pain in the ass. She does not follow you. She's just in her own little world. Like, I don't know what the fuck she's doing, but she just wants to be left alone. I guess, I don't know, because why the hell isn't she not following me? Like,
come on, let's get out of here.
Right here, we've run away from her father, who is just getting stronger by the minute. He's walking on that, that pathway up there. almost like a sitcom. Like sometimes you watch a sitcom and a bunch of characters are all in the same place, and like, why the hell is everybody here? Like characters that aren't they're at the same place, but they're not with each other. Like they all just ended up at the same place. Kind of like here. Why the hell is Birkin down here now when he was up in the police station?
Sherry, where are you? Sherry! Claire!
And now Sherry just hilariously falls deeper in the sewer when Claire's just, you know, in her own little world. They're honestly both in their own little worlds in that cutscene. This is a really easy sequence as Sherry. You just open this door and literally go like 2 feet over to the left to the ventilation shaft. Just avoid that zombie. That zombie doesn't even give a fuck. The characters just got, you know, I guess tired or something. They're just, even the zombies are just not paying attention. This is my least favorite part of Sherry, but luckily that wasn't too bad. I got there without I only got like 1 bug bite. Usually those bugs stun Sherry, and I can't move for like several seconds at a time. But that was honestly not bad at all. Like, I'll take that. And now Sherry Sherry has the same look as me. She just keeps falling over the place. She falls down the drain. Now she fell in the Star Wars like trash chute. Now her father's gonna infect her with the embryo. So this is where Sherry gains her superpowers from Resident Evil for Resident Evil 6. But now we play as Claire. And we're gonna do more safe strats coming up. I probably said it a little bit too early because you guys are probably gonna think that I want to go in the warehouse, but no, that's super slow. That is the epitome of slow in a speedrun. So now we're gonna do the same thing, or go to the same place that on the other side of Leon and Ada. Yeah, Leon and Ada come from that other side. But yeah, as Leon, the shotgun shells are there. As Claire, those are there. And now we just continue. This isn't too bad at all. Climb up. Now we do the same cutscene that Ada has.
Another spy sent by Umbrella, right?
With
Let me guess. You're here to steal my husband's
Annette
virus, aren't you?
Leon A's or Leon scenarios, but
Husband?
she thinks she's
Then
Annette
you
just
must
thinks
be
Claire's another
Annette.
spy.
Sherry's mother?
She learns that
What?
Claire
Sherry's
learns that
wandering
Annette
around
is
alone
Sherry's
in the
mother
sewers. You have to
and
help
is
me
worried
find
about
her.
Sherry.
That's impossible. I told her to go to the police station.
This
What's she
is
doing here?
also
William
why I
will be
like
after
Claire
her.
William?
a little bit more, just because
That's
even though
right.
we have a little
The
bit more
creature
stuff to
that's been
do,
causing all this
the
destruction
cutscenes
is
are a
none
little
other
less
than
long.
husband.
Like this one, like the one, and that's cutscene with Ada and Leon A is just really long, and there's a lot of cutscenes in this part of the game. So I'm just trying to get.
So those rats were the carriers of the virus?
It's like a cutscene gauntlet,
As a
honestly.
result of his virus
This one you can skip, but
transmutation,
it goes back to this
William
one.
should have lost any prior memories he had as a human by now. I tried to save him, but I'm afraid it's already too late.
But
And that's not even the entire story. Every G-Virus bioweapon, including William, has the ability to implant embryos into other life forms. That's why he's after
Claire is like, can you stop
What are you
worrying
trying to
about me
say?
and go find your daughter?
The bodies of individuals with non-related genetic coding are likely to reject the embryo, but since Sherry is his daughter, that possibility is non-existent. It's an inherent survival instinct.
It's Sherry. You go that way.
And we're finally done. So we get to go. We're about to do the croc. These are the herbs that kind of want to pick up. I mean, they're right there. Especially if you're using safe strats, and they're the only health items you find in this part of the game. Plus, there's no enemies that can really hit you, so it's pretty much like you pretty much get health back, and nothing's gonna hurt you at the same time. So it's kind of convenient. You want to make sure you do that. That was some of my first runs doing Leon A, honestly, because you do the same thing in this part of the game, and that sucks when you forget to do that. You're like, it's like, I guess the run's over, you know.
Sherry!
Sherry is just not having a good day. I cannot, yeah, I've been watching gameplays of the RE2 remake, and they've been saying, because I think Capcom is specifically not releasing footage of the croc. I think these guys at GameSpot, they said the croc looks very cool, and I've seen quite a few. There's some good amount of footage on YouTube with the remake, and I guess Capcom is specifically not letting people not having the croc released. Like the gameplay footage of the croc.
Come on, wake up, Sherry.
Here we wake up Sherry because we have to get going. This is a speedrun. And I'm pretty sure Claire wants to go to bed at this point.
My stomach.
You see she's infected.
Don't worry. You'll be fine. Come
Get
on.
the wolf
Let's
medal.
go.
And unfortunately we have Sherry back. Because Sherry's just not gonna follow us. And you can have, like, in Leon A, you have to go get the Eagle medal, or I guess, or the Wolf medal, I forget which one. But where we got the flame rounds, the second medal would be there. So you'd have to make that detour as Leon, but you have Ada, and Ada's not going to get stuck, or you can't, it's not like you can't go through a room It's like, but you can't leave Ada alone because Abel's a capable woman. I mean, she's a spy that knows kung fu and has, you know, all the gadgets and everything. So there's a reason why you can go to the next room without Ada being right next to you. But with Sherry, it's the other way around, and that's why I don't get the flame rounds when I come down with Sherry, because I feel like it's longer when you're just by yourself. You don't even have to worry about Sherry getting stuck and having to go get her. So here, I think the same puzzle is in the original Resident Evil. When at the end of the game to get into the lab. So it's the same thing, except you don't have to look in books scattered through the mansion or the I forget the tunnels. I haven't played that game in years. Because when I was in it was a few years ago, and I asked my parents to buy me for my birthday a French PlayStation Network card. And I was like, let me play Resident Evil in French. So I used it, and I went on the PlayStation Network in France. I had to make an account and everything. But anyway, made the account, downloaded. They had the trilogy for like €9. I can't remember. But anyway, I downloaded. I'm like, cool. I get to play the original Resident Evil games, but they'll have French subtitles, so in French, you know, words, so it will make me remember. And this is the game that I got, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I specifically bought a French PlayStation Network card so I can play the original games. But at least I guess I at least have the games. But anyway, Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 worked. Resident Evil, the original, would not work on my PlayStation for some reason. So that was bullshit. So I couldn't play the original. Okay, so we go up the ladder, and getting close to the end of the game, we're gonna put the valve away so we can have extra room in an inventory. And specifically right here, I stacked up on health items to avoid the mistakes of the last two runs. We pick up the flame and the grenade rounds. This is another part of the run I should probably skip. Just because I have a lot of ammunition now. Like you get a bunch of grenades in this part of the game. And then you get and there's more flame rounds right here too. Was this a mistake? I think it must have been another huge, or you know, it's not the biggest, but still, it's like one of those mistakes. Why the hell did I make it? Like, there's no way I should there's no way I should be making those. And this is another mistake. I guess my brain was not working at this point. I was like, well, I haven't a chance to finish my first run of the day. It's my third attempt.
Claire.
of completing a run because I got my capture
My
card.
stomach hurts.
But
Hang in there, Sherry. Your forehead's burning up. I've got to hurry before the embryos pupate.
Sherry is looking like me when I've had my, a fifth of vodka in one night. Anyway, we're gonna face Birkin for the first time, but this is a second transformation because the B scenario fights him first, and kind of and this is his second form, I guess. And it takes 10 flame rounds in this version. I don't know how many in the Japanese version. I think it might be the same. It wasn't too bad of a fight. I've had better, but I've definitely had a lot worse. Leon is worse because the Magnum does not stun him, and it's so annoying. Yeah, at least the flame rounds stun him. Yeah, we're just carrying Sherry to the office. And I feel like it's not very good at voice acting right here because
You're finally awake. Isn't this?
Every time I watch this cutscene and Sherry's like, "Is this?" and I'm like, "Yeah." I feel like the correct response by Claire would be,
Even though
"Yeah, it's the
I'm an only child,
where your mom and dad
neither of
works."
my
But
parents ever
no,
spent
she's
much
talking about
time
the
with
jacket.
me because of their
okay.
work.
I
grew
just
up
thought it
alone,
was kind of
but
they didn't really
now that you're
put the
with
tone
me,
of
I
or
finally have
put
someone
the
to
words
rely
correctly
upon.
there. I feel like if Sherry was asking, "Is this?" I feel like, yeah, this is where your mom and dad works. It's not, yeah, it's my coat.
Sherry.
Okay. But I don't know if they got.
Rest here for a bit. I'll be right back.
I
As soon
think
as
they
I found
got
the antidote
English,
for
like
you.
native English speaking people. So I was wondering if like they got just like people who knew English in Japan, and they're like, "Oh, you just voice act, you know English." But they probably definitely translated it from Japanese to English. So here we're stacked with ammo, and we're gonna bonk into the wall. Another terrible mistake. One of like 10 million this run, but now we're in Umbrella's secret lab beneath Raccoon City. And this is where Leon A, there's just, you don't do, Leon A is just easy because it's easy to learn, just because it's the run where you have the least amount of stuff to do. And this is, so far this is the same as Leon A. You restore power to the lab. Except you don't know where the hell to put this item. And, anyway, Leon A, there's just a lot less stuff to do, because in this scenario, you have to, not only go get the modus, which is the only thing to do in the Leon scenario, but you also have to get the vaccine for Sherry, because Sherry gets infected, and this is the only canon. This is the canon scenario. Yeah, so now that the power's restored, we're gonna go here, and we're gonna open the shutter, and it's these grass type Pokemon, and obviously they're weak to fire. But we're not gonna use that. We're just gonna go to the wall and just go straight for the just just stay up against the wall, because when I was first doing these runs, I was stupid and just went right for the freaking plants, and I just got my head bitten off. But if you just go for the wall like that, what I'm doing right here, and I'm just like, yeah, kind of like that with the plant, you you should be fine. And that was honestly not even that bad for the Liquor Lab. That's one of the worst parts of the game, even for the top speedrunners. That's really hard to do. And I was using safer strats, safer angles right there, but that's still that was a really good Liquor Lab. But unfortunately, that's not the only time we're gonna have to deal with these. We're gonna have to come back once we get the Umbrella ID card. We're gonna pick up another red herb. Right here, we're gonna equip our grenade launcher with acid rounds, because I've found that these zombies at the end game are just fucking. They're impossible to take down with anything. So luckily the acid rounds are the only ones that can one-shot them. And we have quite a few left. So we're just going to use them to take down these zombies that are going to get in our way. We don't have to shoot that. I don't want to shoot that one down, just because that zombie isn't going to get in our way later. Those two that I did, we're going to have to come back to this lab to finish up the vaccine for Sherry. So that's why I shoot both of them down, but not the one that's right in front of the ID card.
You killed William.
I found
I'll never
that
forgive you
strat to be alright, except I think the optimal strat they use in world record attempts, you're gonna want to come back or dodge that zombie.
No one will take it from me.
Instead of just running away from it.
This is the most significant piece of research my husband has ever left in my hands.
Stop it! Sherry's in serious trouble. William implanted her with his embryos. There's no telling when they'll pupate. And if that happens, then Sherry won't.
What? William.
And lucky for us, I think this is well, there's a few cutscenes right here.
William.
This is the one where Nick gets killed. There's another one with Leon coming up. And then the last one. Is that?
William
I think
is
that might be
alive. He's getting stronger with each skin he casts off. Sherry!
Tell me what I need to know. How can I save Sherry?
I have detailed information. Everything you need to know to prepare the antidote is right here.
Yeah, I mean,
save my daughter.
These people are insane to begin with, and I like how Annette is like, you killed my husband, and like, have you seen your husband? Like, Yeah, I'm pretty sure you saw him transform into the monster he became.
Annette!
Like, she's a fucking idiot. Like, of course I killed your husband. I'm trying to kill all of
The
us.
self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to
And this is the
emergency
James
car
Bond
at the bottom
sequence when
platform.
everything at the end of the movie or game has to self-destruct. So there, just to make things dramatic. Right here, I'm gonna put the one health item away, so I can pick up the Mo disc and the vaccine. The Mo disc.
Leon, you made it!
Here's Leon right here.
Where are you?
They haven't seen each other. I'm pretty sure. I mean, you're not
But never mind that right now. Leon,
Game,
you
really.
have to go back and get
But
Sherry from me.
you haven't
I
seen
left her in the security office.
police station.
Please,
He
you
pretty
must
much
save
told Leon
her.
to go for himself. Like, Leon was mad because you weren't listening. But, it
I
was
still have a few
but
loose ends to take care of. I'm counting on you.
Talk again by radio. Leon's like, how did you get... And if it wasn't bad enough, you know, I fell asleep during recording the commentary for this video. But right here is where we're back at the liquor lab. This does not go as well as when I was here the first time getting to the lab for the umbrella ID card. But I'm in danger. I get out of it, luckily. So now we head up to the Modus room. And obviously, there's strats for the Modus room. I'm not using them. There's a way to dodge, but with Claire, you gotta first of all turn on the lights, and you have to turn on the lights in both the Leon A and the Claire A scenarios. And then once you turn on the lights on the Leon A scenario, all you have to do is pick up the Modisc. But in this one, you have to put in the vaccine and do whatever to the vaccine. And there's 5 zombies, and they're endgame zombies too, so we're gonna take a look at this. Look what I do here. So, on the table, they are going to have grenade rounds and the vaccine thingy, the vaccine cartridge. In the Leon A scenario, there is, instead of the vaccine cartridge, there is a first aid spray. There's actually, and instead of the grenade rounds, there's magnum bullets. So we're going to put in the vaccine cartridge, and I suck at life, so I wasted a lot of grenades getting this guy. So I only have 1 left. Yes. I'm terrible. So we're gonna get the Modisc, which is on here, and we're gonna do whatever to the vaccine cartridge. And this is the infamous Modisc. So once we get the vaccine cartridge again, we're gonna go back down and we're gonna go back to the lab, or the I don't know what to call it. I mean, the whole thing's a lab, but whatever that big room is. And I mean, you could kill. If you kill that plant right there before entering this room again, it will respawn. So there's really no point of killing it because it's gonna respawn anyway. You're only saving 1 room free of the plant. And now, since the liquors are gone, there's zombies. So, and these are the hardest zombies in the game because these zombies will not go down. The acid rounds do They only take one hit with the acid rounds. The flame rounds, however, they just do not take them. Now, I don't know if there's a difference between the games. I don't know if it's... But I was playing Resident Evil 3, and you cannot kill enemies off screen in that Resident Evil 3. It's ridiculous. But luckily in this game you can. I don't know if they did it on purpose or if it's a development mistake, but maybe I'm doing something wrong. But so we're gonna get the vaccine finally for Sherry, and once we have this, we go to the end of the game. So, I mean, even though I was complaining there's less, or that there's more to do in this scenario, I mean, there's only, but, I mean, I guess you still have to backtrack, though. And then this, yeah, just replaces your lockpick because you're not going to need it. If I can remember correctly, if you pick up the weapon box key, I think the parts for the handgun are in that. It makes it like a semi-automatic, or I have to do what the hell it is. I don't know as much about guns as I want to. Anyway, I pick up more health items since I've been dying in the lab all day. And my controller is not working correctly, plus my menuing sucks. So, I'm trying to use the red herb. And all we have to do, there's no zombies right here, so we just make a left. Disc. I've learned that I think the grenades, just the regular grenades, are better for the final boss fight than the flame rounds. Even though the flame rounds work better on the second Birkin fight.
5 minutes until detonation.
And players just chilling, thinking it's finally over. But it's not. I don't know why I was doing the strat that Balkbustube does, and you run up and go to the left. I don't know why I'm not doing that lately, because, I mean, he is one of the world record holders in Resident Evil 2. You would think, I don't know, I've been following his strats pretty closely, or not even strats, but right now the routes. But instead I've just been staying in the middle. And this is annoying because this boss can just like stump you. And then it just teleports to the middle. But it doesn't teleport you to the middle, so you have to run back onto the elevator. So you run back on the elevator, and then you sail off into the sunset until you play the B scenario and find out what really happened. And then that's Resident Evil 2, Player A, my beginner speedrun. Again, I mean, I've said it like 10 times, but I'm pretty new. Obviously, looking to improve vastly in speedrun. Hopefully, can get competitive. It's only been a few days, but I mean, it's been fun. I haven't had this much fun playing Resident Evil 2 until I just started, like, why not speedrun it? And it's
Sherry's unconscious.
it's scary at first, just because, not because it's a horror game, but just because, you know, it's an older game, it has older controls and everything, but, you know, once I got the movement, I was like, you know what, I really like this. This is really fun. You know, from playing the old games again, getting nostalgia, having nostalgia, but
You're gonna be okay.
Thanks, Claire.
yeah, this has been really fun, and I'm hoping to upload more videos on YouTube, and
I have to
hopefully
find my
can
brother.
get a video game capture card. I misresearched and got a video capture card
My God has
because
protected you.
I can record gameplay, I just can't stream it, but that's okay. This works really good. Some of the older videos and the older speedruns of this game have awful video quality, and this looks really good for video quality. This honestly really does. Um, it works very good, and I'm glad I got it. So there you go. It's we're gonna see my time in a few seconds. I got a 131 something, so I mean I have to see it again so I can upload it to speedrun.com so I can get last place today. Hey, look, that's my name. Or one of the first names was my name. It's gonna take a few seconds. Really need to find out. I need to really get a SD card so I can put in my Nintendo 3DS so I can stream Pokemon. I definitely want to stream Pokemon. Dis en Plutar. That's how I feel about the credits. Okay, here we go. I was disappointed because I didn't get a PB, but this is technically my PB since I recorded it. So, the magic number. 130, 115. Okay, well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to help me with my speedruns, you can leave comments, message me on YouTube. Um, my YouTube, this account that I made, is pretty good for contacting me. There's not a lot of, it's pretty new. So there's not a lot of whole scam messages or anything. You can try to help me with speedrunning. Um, you know, the whole thing. You can bash me all you want, but whatever. Any positive feedback or helpful comments are appreciated. So thank you for watching and have a great day or great night. Thank you.